You are with the Skeinz Diaries. This is Marie. Today is episode 38. Today is Monday, the 28th of September. Gosh, nearly the end of September. I can't believe it. I can't believe how fast it's gone. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. And thank you for everybody that really enjoyed our first birthday sale. It was so much fun. I know loads of you got the Cascade yarns, which were all reduced. There was so much, honestly. There are so many things that we just absolutely loved and adored, and we really do appreciate you guys supporting us along the way, which is just absolutely awesome. So yes, it's going to be a little bit quick today. I've got a few things that I've got to get out because I'm only working half a day today, and I've just rushed back from the mill, which is why I look a bit flustered, and it's quite windy here, a bit windswept and interesting. But I did manage to get a restock list from the mill, so I'll let you know about that. But firstly, I want to show you my progress. The first confession I have to make is, I'll just put that down there, is that I didn't knit a stitch. I did not knit a single stitch yesterday, which drove me crazy because I was really hoping to be able to get the sleeve finished. But it is okay because I did get a lot. Oopsie, oh, squishy sounds. I did manage to get a lot done Friday, Saturday, which was quite good. Oh, I'm just going to move all of this away. So this is where I'm at now, bearing in mind that this isn't blocked, and I was even kind of hoping that I'd manage to get this pressed, but I didn't. So what I want to show you, and I'm going to sneeze because I've just gone and shaken this out with the possum fibre. So as you can see, that's the front. As you can see, oh gosh, and it's all a bit lumpy. It's a bit lumpy. Here we go. As you can see, and if I just hold this back, there we go. Yeah, you can see the scoop at the back for the asymmetrical back. And I'm really happy with that. As I mentioned, I wanted quite a deep scoop. So sometimes I've just done subtle scoops. I wanted a deeper scoop this time. I have managed to achieve that, and if you haven't caught it before, how I've done that is by working a series of short rows, and I worked across the back to 4 stitches from the halfway point, wrapped and turned, came back to 4 stitches beyond the other halfway point, wrapped and turned, and then just kept going backwards and forwards until I think I ended up doing 16 stitches across the bottom. So I had 8 stitches left either side of my central round marker, and then on the right side row, just rocked and rolled all the way around, picked those wraps up, and I'm really happy with how it's looked. You do with short rows. There are other ways that you can do it that can minimise the visual impact of that wrap and turn. But to be quite honest with you, and German short rows is one of those ways that you can achieve that. To be quite honest with you, I'm pretty happy with how it looks. I'll just spin this around so you can see. So, whoopsie. So there you go. That's my set. I haven't even sewn that in. But as you can see, that looks pretty good. Pretty happy with it. So that's, where those short rows are. So you can't really, by the time I block this, in fact, I'll probably steam block it initially. I'll steam block it first and see how it looks. And if I think it needs to go to a wet block, if it's not quite sitting, I will go to a full wet block. But no, it's working really well. She says in the pattern, she just uses for the bind off here, your favourite stretchy bind off. I've just done a standard bind off in rib, and as you can see, that looks pretty good. And the one thing I did do is I didn't happen to have, I couldn't find my 3.5 millimetre tips that circular. I put them down somewhere. Couldn't find them for love nor money. And I just was So I just had a 3.25 there. So I just did a 3.25 on the ribbing. That's fine. But I did bind off using a 4mm needle, which helps with that stretch. So that's where I'm at there. Then on Saturday morning, so that was Friday, and then on Saturday morning, I picked up the sleeve. So there's the start of my sleeve. So I picked that up, got that worked on, and I am now working around and around with that. And again, actually, because of the double ribbing in there, I quite like a firm double rib. I'm actually using a 3.25mm needle on that because I want that to be a nice, good firm ribbing. So that's where I'm at. I've got about another to go on the ribbing for this sleeve and then onto the other. So, and then I'll be done. That's so exciting. Really, really excited about that. This has been an utter joy to knit, I have to say. I really have enjoyed it. So I hope everyone else that is having a crack at this is getting good progress on it. But no, I'm utterly delighted. So with any luck, fingers crossed, by this time next week, I'll be able to show you the completed item. If you are wanting to knit the Swant Show, I've done mine in sock petition, but one of the other yarns that we have out at the moment, which I think would be absolutely incredible in it, and if you want something that's a little bit darker and broodier and fun, is we do still have Cove listed. We've got some Cove that's come back in, and you can actually do some really fun things with colours. And I'm just going to pull. You need 4 colours. That, but see, something like that combination there, which is the Lewis, Key Lime, Santorini, Pine Cove and Miami Beach. I mean, that would look incredible, absolutely incredible. Now, these Cove colours, and in fact, I've been told, Claire did say that more. And I'm going to look up here in real time for us, shall we? She said that more did actually turn up late on Friday, and she loaded those up for us as well. So let's have a look here. I've just pulled up the Cove page. Yes, so now in 4-ply, there is Spanish Bay, Miami Beach, Pine Cove, Pirate Pride, which is the red, and Rocky Shore, which is that one there, that's the natural. And the Spanish Bay, this one is already sold out in the 8-ply, sorry. But there is, here we go. But Key Lime, Miami Beach, Pine Cove, Pirate Pride, and Rocky Shore is still available. So knowing that, if you're wanting to go see, that would be an absolutely fantastic combination with this, because these two being quite close together, but contrasts would actually work surprisingly well. And you know, you need that sort of, I mean, you could have that as your neutral base, but you do need that sort of kind of crazy pop of color. And you could have the Pirate Pride, and let me just jump back to my other screen so I can see what I'm doing. You could have the, oopsie, pop that down there. You could go Pirate Pride with that. The only thing I would say about this is that it would look, I mean, that to me screams festive. It looks very festive and very Christmassy, which of course is no good for us here in this part of the world, because our Christmas time is our summertime. But for those of us who are in the Northern Hemisphere, Northern Hemisphere watchers and listeners, that would be a really, really fun, festive sort of colourway and having, I guess, a Christmas swatto or sweater without it being overly Christmas swatcho, Christmassy, as it were. So do make sure you jump on and grab that Cove. As I mentioned last time, sorry, I'm puffed. I literally ran through the door at 5 to 11 and grabbed all my stuff to do this. So sorry, I'm a bit flustered. Yes, this Cove, they found some base yarn, and it is going down for another batch. It has been passed to go down for another batch, but it's going to be this base yarn colour. They try and get it as close to, but it's a natural blended base, so sometimes it can alter. So it'll be a while before you see this again. So if you haven't got it in your stash, make sure you grab it. Right. Okay, let's see who's here. Michelle, actually, you beat Jeanette here this morning. Stop it. Well done, you. Oh, hey, we've got Kay in from Brisbane. Charles. Hi, Charles. Charles is over from Georgia. It's so good to see you, Charles. Morning, Bev. Oh, gosh, we've got everyone's in this morning. Yeehaw. So good to see you guys. Yeah, I've just been it's been such a full-on weekend. Absolutely full-on. Oh, I've got Lynn in from Melbourne as well. Yeah, lots of buffering. Is it not playing ball, is it, this morning? Okay, all right. I'm going to try something that might help. Okay. I've just gone and dropped the resolution down on the screen, and hopefully that will help with the buffering and bits and pieces live. So I've just gone and pulled that because I have the power. I can do that, and I've just figured out how to do it. So that's all good. Right, now something else I wanted to show you. Just getting myself organised and together. And I'm just popping it up on the page just to make sure I get so I know what I'm doing. So much for me being super organised this morning. It didn't happen. Oh, why did that not do what I wanted it to do? There we go. Go on, you know you want to. Oh, now a couple of things are going to happen today. One is I'm going to switch out the photos for the Blue Sky Fibres because they have now arrived from the wonderful Steph. So her ones are awesome. Great, it is still there. And I do not know why that's not on the sale page. So I'm sure it must be on the sale page. Is it on the front of the sale page and I must start? Because it is still got the special offer on it, which is awesome. Oh, yes, it is. That's why it's on 2 different lines. Right, good. I just wanted to show you guys these because these came in after, I loaded these up after I spoke to you last week. 12 ply. We have a number of you that quite often look for 12 ply. There will be a number of patterns that will come in for worsted, particularly worsted or bulky weight patterns. And 12 ply, we have it in our Southlander bulky, but sometimes you want just regular old sort of 12 ply. So we've got this new label called Batch. These were 2 colours. These are not sort of these aren't going to be 2 colours in the range. They're the 2 that they popped through as fillers, essentially. Actually, we've got this fantastic purple here called Sea Urchin. This beautiful sort of cyclamen-y pink here. Now, to be fair, they've called it Sunburn. I wouldn't have called it Sunburn. So we're going to call it Cyclamen because it's a cyclamen pink. It's actually a really, really lovely colour. So if you are needing some patterns in 12 plies, we've got these, and these are actually listed at $5.95 because they are, and they've remained at $5.95 until they're gone because they are just a small amount that we had sort of filled in on each. But this is a range that will start coming through. And we've gone and called it, as you can see, it's called Batch, sort of easy sort of holiday knitting, fun, quick, hence the reason why it's called Batch. And it's like, essentially, it's like our warm, which is our 14 ply chunky. You guys absolutely love and adore. And this is just, it's 12 ply little sister or little brother. So yes, keep an eye out for that. But these are fantastic value. So if you do have particularly some kitty knitting, or you're needing to get, and you want to whip up something really, really quick, homewares, blankets, whatever it may be, do pick these up at $5.95 for a 100-gram ball. That's really good value. So they are on the sale page. So I did want to let you know about that. And in terms of and I just need to write this down here before I forget, because it's over at the mill and Claire's just going to get it. So there's a whole heap that got receipted in at the very end of last week, at the same time as those coves that came in. So they were Urban Deluxe Pale Pink. I know many were waiting for that, and the Urban Deluxe Sapphire. So that is now in. Those 2 batches came in. Urban Deluxe Denim Blue, which I know was one that has been out of stock for some time. Perrindale in Chocolate and Chill. Now, Chill is that beautiful light, crisp blue. It's really lovely. Pearl Luster, we got some more Murian, which is the blue, again, that lovely, beautiful blue in that. Also Mist and Urban Deluxe, Skeinz, Merino Soft Baby. Soft blue is back. Baby blue is definitely back, so that's great. And Perrindale in Aubergine. And what else? Oh, and we have got some Albertine. Looks like Quarry Ridge, and I'm sure I saw Silver Plover out there as well. Actually, I'll just make sure that I'll see if they've been listed up. This is what happens when you've been a bit... We hit the ground running this morning. Oopsie. Come on, play nicely. There we go. Yeah, hit the ground running this morning, and honestly, Claire and I just haven't stopped moving since we got on the door. Right, the Quarry Ridge is up. I do see some Silver Plover that's sitting out there that hopefully may get listed up by the end of the day. I'll let you know. I'll just add this on my list here and check with her. Silver Plover. Right. What else did I have to tell you guys about? I'm sure I had something else. Oh, with any luck, I'll get the grey pom-poms listed up today as well. Yes, that's what I wanted to tell you about. So, because three things. First thing, celebration, Skeinz Speakeasy Celebration. So that is our theme for the month. We've got a wonderful prize. I'm loving it. I'm really, really loving it. And there's been some awesome projects in there, including some sponsors shows. So do go and have a look at that. But also, I want you to go and check out, pretty certain Helen posted it on our page. I definitely know she posted it in the Outlaw Lair. But in there are... in Sock Bandit is the Rebel cardigan that Helen knitted, and it is utterly amazing, and she modelled it and it looks gorgeous. And the reason I bring up that cardigan particularly in Rebel called From Libby Johnson is because that is going to be my next project once I am finished this. I've got the yarn, I've got mine from Sue Goodley, who's a local dyer here, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to cast that on. I have got to wind the hanks off first, of course, and I'm really looking forward to that. So that is going to be my sort of lead into summer project, and fingers crossed, depending on how I go, I may actually get that finished before the Christmas break, and if that's the case, we'll look at potentially another project to do across that break. I also do have a couple of other projects I wouldn't mind getting cleaned up. That being the hitchhiker I'm working on, and the big scrappy blanket, which I'm now onto the final border of that. So I will start doing some things there too to complete that. But the Rebel, you may want to start planning for that one. So if you haven't already purchased your pattern for that or don't have it in your library, do grab that from Libby. I also saw Solange over on the Speakeasy. She purchased some Cove, I think. You had, I can't quite remember what colour you had, whether it was the Pine Cove or the Spanish Bay. But she's going to do it in Cove, and I have to say the Cove 4-ply for the Rebel I think would be quite lovely. So if you're looking for a yarn, that Cove would be ideal, and you'll get gauge. It will be a beautiful plush cardie, and also at the price it will be incredible value. So do consider that as an option. But as I said too, the Sock Bandit and the Sprinkles colourway, do please hunt out Helen Williams's post on that cardigan, because it really looks amazing. I think it's on display at Outlaw HQ. I am going to be there on Saturday. So I will be there on Saturday. I'm going to, and I won't. So this usually the first Thursday of the month, I would have Ethan with me. I'm going to talk to him, but I don't think I will do Ethan this Thursday. Oh gosh, that sounded awful. Quite rude. Do Ethan this Thursday. I don't think I'll have Ethan on this Thursday, only because I'm going to be there on Saturday, and we might actually. I'll probably jump on with breakfast bourbons with them, but I'll see. I'll talk to him and see what he wants to do. We may do both. We could have double Ethan Marie time. And yes, and I'm going to be down at Outlaw HQ. So I will be there on Saturday, and I will be there with Rebecca from Kiwiana, and also the wonderful Perlin who works at Outlaw HQ. She's bringing in some of her project bags. Rebecca will be there with her beautiful hand-dyed yarns, and I am bringing down a suitcase of yarn with me as well. I have an empty bag. I'll be literally, my luggage will be hand luggage, and the yarn will be in the suitcase, and I'm definitely going to bring down the Blue Sky fibres with me. So if you are in Christchurch and you want to call in, I will have all the Blue Sky fibre yarns. That will be the 3 alpaca silks, 4 plies, the fine, the sock, plus, I think it's alpaca. Yeah, it is alpaca sock, and the pink, the blue, and the yellow. And I also have the 2 beautiful 50-50 alpaca silks in the guava and the pink. And then I'll have the 3 brushed suris. So I'm going to bring all of those with me. And I'm just hanging out to see. And I'm actually thinking I'm going to bring the alpaca 4 plies as well. So I'm going to take them down. And I think that's probably what I'll bring. Something else really fun from the mill, like a one-off, crops up between now and then. I might bring that too, but that's what I'm planning. So I can't wait for that. Can't wait to get down there and see you all. So if you are around on Saturday, I will be at Outlaw HQ, and I can't wait because I've not been to Outlaw HQ yet. Deb opened it just before last time I was down there, so I'm really excited about getting down and seeing it. I'm also down with Operation Cover Up in Waipawa this week, so if you're part of Operation Cover Up, I'll look forward to seeing you then. And yes, I will pop back on Thursday and check in and see how you're all doing. But until then, I'll just check if we've got any more questions, and then I'm going to whiz away and get onto my newsletter before I head out the door. Let's have a look. Oh, that's no good. It's sounding like it's not been good at all. All right. Well, hey, remember, if you're not getting a good connection with this, with any luck, if you're on Facebook, it looks like this is a Facebook issue and not necessarily a YouTube issue. So we'll have a look. With any luck, it might be better on YouTube. But until then, I will talk to you on Thursday, and hopefully we can get this all figured out. Okay, until then, bye.